Finally, this day is going to be a good day. Finally, this Infiniti is going to get some exhaust work done after what seemed forever, after it being in the shop for overheating issues. Got that taken care of. I'll still keep an eye on the coolant temps, but so far it's all good. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on coolant temps while idling, and I know for a fact that she's not going to overheat while driving, so just I'll shut her off if she starts overheating, and then just drive her when she cools off, because she does not overheat while driving. But she should be good to go. Definitely a good quality fan control module was installed. And if it's anything else, the only thing I could think of is actually the cooling fans, and I don't think it's that. Because basically what happened at the shop was they were like, one fan was, driver fan was turning on and off repeatedly. After like 30 or 40 minutes, the passenger fan was blowing slower. And basically when they gave it the command to blow faster, to spin faster, it wouldn't. So that could only point to engine control module. I mean, not engine control module, fan control module. So I got that taken care of. I will keep an eye on her, make sure she's not overheating, but she should be good to go. And I still haven't fixed my airbag light, which this was a salvage title car, I don't care, and the brake light, which I don't care about lights. I really don't. As a car guy, I really don't care. But if I have to sell her, it's going to be a problem, so might give a person a discount if I'm selling her. But besides the point, I am driving to the shop right now, to an exhaust shop, and they should knock it off within about a day, and hopefully she sounds nice. So essentially what I'm doing is, if you look at the picture down on the screen, is I am running cutouts or variable exhaust that opens and closes it. Now, the pipes on my Q50 are extremely small. I think they're like 1.5 inches or an inch or something like that. And I'm running 2 3-inch pipes, probably 3-inch pipes. They're really small for this car. So I'm running new piping from basically the catalytic converters down to the muffler. I'm leaving the muffler there. It's going to be stock. I'm going to run the new exhaust tips, and I'm going to run the loud part of the cutouts to the original, or basically to the exhaust tips, to make it flush. I don't want the loud end of my exhaust tip coming somewhere out of the underneath of the car somewhere, where it's going to be a loud drone while driving, and it may cause fire, overheating, or a hole in the metal shield somewhere, because the exhaust can be shooting there. So basically, I am going to be running it like that. You'll see it once it's done, and I'll show you what I have actually done with it. But I've taken this Infiniti to Inman Muffler, and I can tell you for a fact, do not, and I mean do not, ever go to Inman Muffler. They are extremely rude. They acted like they were all nice and stuff, but when it came down to executing and doing the work, and I would have been paying a lot of money, overpaying than what other people would charge. And the guy, I don't know, he might be legitimately moving from there, because there is George Muscle and Inman Muffler at the same place, and sometimes they work together to finish a car. Once they quoted me all the work and what I want it done and what's the best way to have it done, the guy was like, text me on Friday, and I'll tell you when to come in. I text him on Friday. He doesn't text me back, and I texted him again. I called him. I'm like, listen, look, I got work. I'm going to be out of town possibly, because I'm a truck driver. Sometimes I go out of town even though I'm local. I need to know when to bring in the car in. I got to make a schedule. And he texted me like he won't be able to take this work because he's moving shops, yada, yada, and he had other cars to work on. I don't believe that. I personally believe George is still there. And they didn't just take me seriously, because why? I have only 300 horsepower in my car. I mean, 300 horsepower for a lot of you folks is probably not a lot, but I just enjoy cars. I really do not care about horsepower in a car. I just want to have fun. 300 horsepower may be a lot to somebody, maybe a lot to me, depending how fast you want to go in the car. Of course, I'm tuning this Infiniti later on down the road, but I'm nowhere near going to make it 1,000 horsepower. Basically, I got it to this. Inman Muffler and George Muscle, they only work with their friends group, whoever's making a lot of power, and they pay each other. It's how they make business, which in the long run, eventually your business will stop and you'll go out of business. But they don't take you seriously unless you're in the friend group, or unless your car has 1,000 horsepower. Let's just put it that way. If you're not going loud and an easy job for them to do, or if you don't have 1,000 horsepower, they're not going to work on your car. They basically lied to me, even though I was going to pay them good money to do the exhaust work. So right now I'm taking the exhaust to a different shop, and hopefully it'll knock it out in a day, and I can go to Tennessee on her and have a nice sounding modified exhaust. Well, she's looking good. I dropped her off at the shop. Time to get some exhaust work done on her. Hopefully it'll be good to go. Can't wait for this Infiniti to be unleashed to its full potential and be very, very loud and quiet when I want it to be quiet. Wiring is a very interesting story. Ended up running from underneath, then ran the wires straight back into underneath the seat, and it's through the trunk, comes up down underneath all this stuff here. Sorry, it's a mess. And then right down here, that's where it hooks up to. So got the wiring situated, and this is how the wires are set up over here, and that's the finishing touches right there. So this is what she looks like right now, all cleaned up. It's raining a little bit, so I didn't wash her with anything expensive, but she was so dusty after sitting in the shop for a while. But got her cleaned up. She looks good to go. She's aggressive. That rear end on these Q50s, they just love to kick. But I did have a little problem with my exhaust, so on some bumps, if I hit it hard enough, my exhaust tip, the down pipes on the back hit. So I'm just gonna cut off 2 inches somewhere else in the future soon. Other than that, she runs good, she runs healthy, and the last thing that's left to do is actually do a tune. Not canceled. Guys, I'm Eddie B. 2004 turn right. This particular package. Driving attempt on the 6 Series.